Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 39 of our Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. Today we're going to work on harvesting the rye crops and getting the NPCs to hopefully not only thresh them, but craft the flour into flatbread for us as well. So we're going to be spending quite a bit of time in the fields today, unfortunately. We're also going to try to scam any extra tech XP or building or crafting that we can get done. So if you learn anything useful today, if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. And here we are. Apparently our horse is standing on a child, so that's fun. Oh. And my cat's been playing with my headset again. So my volume is turned all the way down. Alright, so we did quite a bit of crafting. I've got everything that I want to sell on the horse. So we've got the leftover poppy seed we're going to take, almost 100 simple shoes, 1,500 vials, a straw hat, an iron pickaxe, 8 iron knives, 15 hats, and some cabbage seed. If we look over here, we've still got... Ooh, more coins. That's always exciting. There's another 2,400 wooden vials in here, so I was quite the busy little beaver at the end of last stream. Unfortunately, I don't think the horse can carry that much, so we're not going to take it all with us. Especially since I would like to build a second mine. I don't know that we'll be able to fully staff it right away or even at all, but I would like to get a second mine up and running. So we're going to go ahead and grab 16 logs and 16 planks and take them with us on our sail run, because part of our sail run runs right past another cave. So that's where we will place it. I think I said 16, right? Yes, 16. And then planks. Do we have any planks? We don't have any planks, so we're going to have to take 8 more logs and turn 8 logs into planks. Oh, we're going to be slow for a little bit. Now, turning these into planks is going to alleviate some of the weight, but not all of the weight. Thankfully, the first town is very close. So if we can get rid of some of the heaviest stuff while we're there, then that will allow us to make a better run to the other towns. At least in theory. I guess we'll find out if that's true or not here shortly. At least it's only 8 planks. It's not as bad as the 100, or almost, I guess it was 200 that I did last night. There we go. So let's go ahead. Oh, and I did want to see what the second stage, because it's the last day of winter. So we are going to buzz by the field, because I want to see what the second stage of the growth for the cherry trees looks like. It's actually not really discernible from the first stage, to be completely honest. Okay. Well, that answers that question, as disheartening as it was. But that's alright. So we're moving at our normal sprint speed, it looks like. Oh, at least Denica's close. Go ahead and quick save just in case something untoward happens. Random stick, because why not? I'd grab the stones, but they're a lot harder to get. Oh man, it's going to take most of our stamina bar just to get there. That's okay, it's not terrible. It's not normal horse speed, but it's not terrible. And it is still early morning, they should just be getting to work, so it's not really going to hurt anything. We've still got plenty of time to hit everybody else up. Alright. So let's start with the heavy stuff, I think. I guess we haven't... Oh, boy. Have we already hit up these guys during winter? Oh, I might have just screwed us. That is disappointing.
How is like whatever you need, I've got it.
Oh, she's got some money. So let's see if we can't at least alleviate some of the weight with the wooden vials.
If treating you, goodbye.
So they should all have just a touch of coin left.
Hello, my wares never disappoint.
She's got 241.
See you soon.
Well, that's quite a bit better. Okay. So let's try up and over. Oh, yeah, because when we came over here with the kid, we hit up this town. That's why. Okay. That's why they're cleaned out, but they should be the only ones. So as long as we can get past this wolf up here... Can we outrun a wolf while sprinting? Yeah, it's going to be touch and go. We're going to try to avoid him if at all possible. Although I think the main one's dead. Because we killed him when we went to the stream with our kid. This might work out. Wouldn't that be a treat? I'm not used to things working out in my favor. In life or gaming. Sweet! I'll take that as a win. Let's see if we can alleviate the rest of our weight up here. I think unfortunately the hats and whatnot are going to be the last to sell because they're the lightest.
Hello. Whatever you need, I've got it.
So we're going to want to start with the heaviest stuff, and it looks like the wooden vials are definitely up there.
See you soon.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
Now how come she gets to wear a hood and nobody else does?
I'm treating you. Goodbye.
There we go, now we can move at normal speed.
Greeting only goods.
Okay, so let's sell off some hats, and she's still got 218 left, so let's clean up with some simple shoes and finish it up. Oh, nope, we're done with vials. Crap, we might have to go revisit that last one, because she took all of our vials, which means she might still have money. I was not paying as close attention as I should have been. Nah, yes, she's still got 300 left. Alright. Can you take any shoes, lady? Nope. So, looks like poppy seeds for the win.
See you soon.
Okay. So we hit that one, we hit that one. Did we hit you?
How have you been? I've been a vendor.
Yes.
Take care. You couldn't.
And then we hit both of them. I think that's everybody here. Nope. There's one left. Oh no, was it not morning? Was it evening? Shit. Some days you just can't win for losing, huh? I think he's in the house. Nope, that's him sitting right out in front of the house.
Let me show you my wares.
You got 4 left. I'll sell you one of those.
You have farewell.
Can we third person on this? We can. We actually don't look that bad. I don't know how far we're going to be able to make it this run, though, unfortunately. Those are bandits. Son of a bitch. Well, at least we know we can make the whole run with 1 bar of stamina. That ought to put us well beyond their aggro range. Whee! They almost need like a follow the road mechanic. What game had that? Oh, it was the first Red Dead Redemption. You could just hold down the sprint button on the road and your horse would follow the road for you. Within reason. I mean, it didn't like switchbacks, but...
Hello. Only the best products.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let's sell her the last 4 hats. We can offload some more shoes. Not very many, but it is what it is. She can't take that. Take the rest of our poppy? Almost.
Have a good day.
Okay.
What can I in a vendor
We
since
can
before
get
you could
the
walk?
farmer. We should be able to get way more shoes out of him. Well, 13. It's not great, but it is what it is. 96 for that. Okay, that's the last of those. So let's look at the cabbage seeds now. Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Nice seeing
Oh,
you.
and they have an herbalist.
Well, let me show
Would be remiss to miss the herbalist. So let's get rid of the straw hat just so it's not cluttering us up. And then the rest of the shoes, or at least as many as we can. And then the cabbage. What's that put us at? Well, we're at 4,500. 4,500,000 rather. We're probably not going to get 2 more cities. We'll probably only get 1. But the cave that we're looking at is between not this one and the next one, but the next one and the one after that, so. It's a cave I'm familiar with from my very first playthrough.
How'd you do? Only goods of the highest quality.
Get some of those out of here. And some of those out of here.
Take care. Ah,
Oh,
it was
you're
nice
not a
seeing
store.
you.
Neither are you. You are, though.
Great. Let me show you my wares.
Okay, knives. And shoes. And cabbage.
Tim's farewell.
So we are not going to get much of this done in spring. I doubt that we get to do any sales runs in spring. Unfortunately, we're probably going to miss out on an entire season of profit for that. But that's okay. Woo! Don't try to fly, horse. No, you guys can't go to bed yet. It's too early for bedtime. Whoa.
How can I? Only the best products here.
Okay. That's 17. That's a better dent.
See you soon.
And then our other one may already be too late for our other one. Nope, not quite.
How are you? Whatever you need, I've got it.
Okay. Do we have any knives left? No, we don't have any knives left, so that's good. So shoes. Well, we got it down into 20 so far. So that's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. So our mine's going to be up in here.
Have a good day.
Now, it's been a while since I've been there. I remember it had a weird slope to it. Kind of like that, only up against the mountains. Oh, yeah. Oh! I've never seen bandits guarding a cave before. What the shit? Alright, so this just got a lot more hairy. So we're going to go ahead and put our cabbage seed and our remaining shoes on the horse. Let's see if we can get away with putting the logs and the planks on him too. Because we're going to have to fight those bastards off to build the mine. So let's go ahead and quick save, because we all know this is about to go tits up. Oh, come on. What? So much for poisoned arrows. Shit. I even headshot that asshole. I'm starting to feel like the poisoned arrows aren't doing normal arrow damage. Because I've seen a lot of them bouncing off of things. And not doing the poison ticks. Like when I was able to headshot them with bronze arrows, and that one guy, that first headshot didn't kill him with an iron arrow. Now that one, to be fair, was my own fault because it wasn't fully drawn. I didn't want to risk losing the shot. That's an iron spear. That's nice. I'll take that and be happy. No, no, no. I can still hear them running. That always weirds me out. So we still have their archer to contend with. I can see him standing there all smug. There we go. Hopefully that's the last of them. Nope, it's not. Good thing I dropped a quick save where I did. I'm worried that there might be more inside the mine now, though. Like, that's got me paranoid. Shit, he took 3 arrows? Are you kidding me? And we can't loot any of them. Oh, we can loot one of them. Is that the only... Nope. So we can loot some of them. One looks like it's a lost cause. I'll drop another quick save. Wow, they've even got goodies in the mine. That's crazy. Free bronze knife. Okay, I don't see any names coming up on the alt menu. I don't plan on actually exploring the mine. I was just going to build a mine here. Oh, don't forget the crossbow. That was kind of a shit show. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, it's not production, dumbass. It's harvesting, or extraction. And torches. Turder! This is our mine now. Alright. So let's go ahead and head home. Where are my arrows? Excuse me. So yeah, that's where the mine is. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the way around, because now nobody's going to be able to, nobody's going to want to talk to us. They won't sell to us. But we got some. And we need to remember... Oh, I guess the bandits were over here. The other set of bandits. So it looks like you can get more than one pocket of bandits per season. Just as a heads up. I figured this was faster than actually trying to find the bridge. I should really make sure that we have enough scythes for the morning before we crash too. Oh, yeah, we can just take the river back home. Or the stream, rather. Just have to remember to go a little bit offside because of the cliff face. So there's going to be some wolves up here. So let's let our stamina build a little bit. That way when we do encounter the wolves, we can just keep on trucking. I think we got away with not encountering the wolves. Sweet. I will take it. What's that back row of houses? Alright, now we do still have some stuff that we need to sell. But we're just going to leave it on the horse for now. Because we're probably not going to get another sale run in. All of that cheese. Some of it's going to probably rot over the season change, but that's okay. Oh no, we want to keep the iron bolts, because we use iron bolts too now. And they really don't weigh that much, so it's not really a problem to keep them. I forgot to sell the iron pickaxes. Okay, roast meat. And I think that's it. That'll do. I forgot a copper knife. I always forget something. So we're almost to 460,000. That was a good little increase. Really was. Okay, let's put our copper ore in there and our tin ore in there for sure. That stick can go too. Okay, so let's see about iron scythes. Let's not put the iron crossbows in there. So we do have some more leather that we can turn into shoes as well. I comes before P. Okay, so we're going to take 2 of those because we're probably going to need both. How are we doing on bags? Okay, we're going to need 2 of those ourselves as well. And then flaxseed we'll need 100 of, but I don't want to go too ham on that just yet. So we want as little weight as possible. And then we still have a bunch of shit to sell, so I mean it's not like we're in bad shape or anything. So let's go ahead and sleep. Oh, or that. That works too. Yay! Hey kid,
Good day.
I got you something. There's a toy sword. Merry Birthmas. What's on your mind? Had a dream that he was an eagle flying over the valley. Does that mean that people inhabit animals while sleeping? It's almost certain it's true, and I can give you proof. I seen a pigeon strutting... I've seen a pigeon strutting with a slice of bread hanging around his neck. Some nobleman must have possessed it during its nap. That's
Goodbye.
just weird. Okay.
How can I help
So
you?
how much are our taxes? I have a favor to ask you. Can you pay our taxes? Oh, that's significantly reduced them. Last time it was almost 15,000. This time it was only 10. Alright. That is exciting. Alright, so let's start in their fields. Oh, those trees are so pretty! They haven't really grown much other than just the changes in their leaf color, though, which makes me a little worried about their growth stages. I don't think, though, when we looked at them, it didn't say that we needed to do anything with them, so I don't think that we really do. Well, we might get one whole field done before they get out here. I don't know about getting them both, though. And thankfully, with the increased storage in the barn, we should be able to put these in the barn and have them thresh from there, because we should have the storage space for it with that increased storage from the Barn 3 upgrade. At least that's the plan. Whether or not it works that way remains to be seen. So there's one thing I've learned about planning. So it is always better to have a plan than it is to not have a plan. But most plans do not survive first contact with the enemy. So you have to be adaptable as well. I think that's actually one of Murphy's laws of combat, too. I don't know where he went. It looked like he was coming to his field, but he didn't. So we got one of the fields done before they got here. She's only going to get a little bit of the second one. And only because I needed to dump stuff off because we're overburdened. Okay, so let's make sure if we go into management. Oh, right. We need to change the fields over to flax. And flax. And a final flax. Now, thankfully, they shouldn't do anything in the third field, which is why I didn't do it right away, until after they have finished with their home fields, the one that's closest to their barn. So that should give us plenty of time to get to the third field ourselves. She's going to get a little bit out of her field, but I don't think it's going to be over much. So the barn is down to one person right now. So let's change their work flow. I don't know how much rot we have left. There shouldn't be that much. Oh, there's still a lot. Okay, well, we're still going to take her off a rot, I think. And then we're going to put all of that into rye. It's still going to take them like 5 days just to get the 1,000 we already put in there done. Did anybody come off of maternity leave that we can possibly throw in there? Oswalda is a producer. That's not going to help. This gal is... Hey, we got our 10 trader back. Excellent. But Oswalda's a producer, and that's a problem. So let's look at our traders. Who's got the lowest skill? 7, 10, 10, 10. Although she's about to go. Yep, so we're going to put her here. So we have one that's about to go, so we'll put the 7 back in there afterwards. Oh, we got some buildings. Oh, we have a lot of buildings that need repaired this year. We don't have any planks. We'll have to make some planks. Okay. So the gal that we just pulled off, what's she good at? Diplomacy and hunting. Shoot. We can, however, take that girl that's good at production and put her in the kitchen. Or the smithy. I was hoping to put her in the sewing hut, but unfortunately it's looking like that's not an option. Oh, I love juggling people. Maybe if I keep telling myself that, it'll become true. Let me know if you believe that, because I don't. You know what? We'll put her in here for now, until that other gal goes out on pregnancy. And then we'll just swap her in there. How are we doing on fertilizer, actually? I've got 1,200. So let's make the barn, because this is only temporary. We're going to put them 100% on rye grain. That's the plan. There we go. That should get it done a lot faster. Trying to do this in a pattern that's not going to impede the worker. Because while we want to harvest it more than we want them to harvest it, I also, everything that they harvest is stuff that I don't have to. And the main reason that we want to harvest it over them is because we get 200% yield versus their 100% yield. So we're going to wind up with double the amount if we do it. That's the big reason. And that's just because we have points in it. It's not a default thing. We actually spec that way. Mostly to keep up on the food supply for the animals, but honestly, they really don't need it. At this point, we've gotten so far ahead in animal feed that it's not really an issue. And we just reduced our animals, so it's even less of an issue. Yep, that's why I brought 2. And now we're going to interrupt them. So every time that they move forward to get one, it's already going to be gone. Except that one. And then we've got this field all to ourselves just in general. We're actually, with the scythe, clearing this a lot faster. Well, we've been clearing with the scythe lately, but this is not taking as long as I expected it to. So we might not be spending all bloody day here. Might just be a little bit of the morning. Well, I guess we still have to manure and plant this field, so it might wind up being most of the day. Uh-oh. Looks like we're full again. Alright, if we throw this in here, what are we at? Yeah, we're already over 2,000. So it's going to take them at least 4 days to get through what we have. I really wish that we could put some more people in there. Well, you know what? We have quite a stockpile of eggs. Why don't we take the gal off of geese and put her in there to help? Because it's seasonal. It's not... She's not going to work there. It's just kind of like the gal that's got the 7 in trading. It's just a for now kind of a thing. So let's do that. We will put the gal that's working on the geese in there as well to speed that up a little bit. The fold we need to be producing. The goose house, not as bad. Bogna. And honestly, the pigsty is not really a problem. So Bogna and Wigbert. Those poor people. Those are absolutely atrocious names. Okay. So what's that put us up to for production? Aha! They can do 2,000 in a day. That's much better. So now we're not going to be waiting for them all season to harvest that. Or to thresh that. Also, theoretically, it should give them quite a bit of farming experience for when they go back to their animals. I hope. Honestly, I don't know that it really matters. The sheep one's the one we really want the most experience on, and she's the one that we can't pull, so... Oh, missed one. Okay, and then we've still got our field of 50 to go on top of this. But at the speed that they're refining this crap, let's go ahead and get it in there. I'm hoping that this scythe will see us through this field too. Or these two. It's a very real possibility that it will not. I don't know if we have any rye left or not. Or, not rye, oats. I mean, I know that we have at least 50 for our field, but... The other question is, do we really want to... I need to see how much animal feed we have left. We might just go crazy and do more flax here. If we have 300 or more animal feed, we'll do flax here instead. Because 200 lasted us the better part of a year. So if we have 300, we should be perfectly safe, especially since we have less animals now. Okay, looks like we got it all. We went through almost 2 full scythes. That's insane. Iron scythe? There it is. Okay, and we've got our iron hoe on us. Grab an extra bag. So we do have our 50 oat grain in there. That's a thing. So let's see when we grab our fertilizer what we've got going on for animal feed. So let's go ahead and put... Yeah, that's going to go bad if we don't handle it soon. Hopefully we can get that running this season. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we had a couple of iron crossbows that I wanted to ditch for weight reasons. There we go. And a copper knife. Yeah, I hear you. Do we have any extra iron hoes? It might not be a bad idea to grab an extra. Oh, we still have some flour left. And I wanted to check for oat while we're in here. We have some that is not refined. Okay. So we'll have to have them do that as well. Looks like the rye grain's coming along nicely. Simple shoes. A stick in here that we can throw in. Yep. Straw's good. Thimbles. What did I miss? Iron. I for iron. Iron hoe. Yep, we do have some extras, so let's go ahead and grab one. Just in case. And then fertilizer. We're going to grab 100 to do that third field. And then seeds, we're going to want to find flax seeds. And we're going to grab 100 of those as well. We don't need to grab the 115, just 100 will do. Yeah, I figured. Alright. So we don't have the overages like they do. I don't know why they do. It drives me insane. But we don't really have that problem. Should drop off the rest of our rye in here as well. We'll have them do oats after the rye. Because they'll take the rye straight from here as well. Wow, that was almost 3,000 rye. That is so exciting. It's almost 1,000 more than last time. That's going to be a lot of tech points. And we're going to have to manually sell some of this flatbread. So I think we still have some left from last year. What are you guys out of that you're not selling? Resource stall is out of feathers. Okay, that's fine. And bronze shearing scissors. We can cut that off. That's no longer a thing. And we're just going to ramp that into extra stone knives. Right like that. And then our food stall. How are you guys doing? You are all in on flatbread. And yeah, we still have almost 200 of that shit left. We're going to have to sell some of it by hand. Shit, 1,300 a day of our sales comes from just the flatbread sales. That's insane. And that's just us trying to make use of this field during the off-season. That's not even intentional, like we're not planting it quote-unquote for profit. I mean, yes, we're going to make profit off of it. But that's not the reason. The reason is just that our fields don't stay empty. If I could find something to replace the cabbage department with for that same season range, I would do that as well for this field, but I don't know what to do, and we are up to our eyeballs in cabbage, so I don't want to do more cabbage, even though we could get some extra money off the seeds. It's not going to be enough to deal with the extra space that's taken up in the food supply shed. So about every third year we have to only plant one field instead of 2 fields of cabbage, or we completely overrun our storage capacity. But it seems like every third year doing 1 field and the other 2 years doing 2 fields for cabbage seems to be working about right. We do get some that rots, but it's not a terrible lot. I mean, we've got, what, 91 people? So that's pretty functional, I'd say. Oh, we're almost there. And we get to do it all again, twice more. But this is also inching us closer to our windmill as well. And the windmill will allow us to make flour more efficiently, which means even more profit from the rye harvest. I should check the repair guy, though, and see if we have any additional planks yet to repair those last 2 buildings. So I would like to get all that handled as quickly as possible. Maybe once we finish fertilizing, we'll double check it. Just give them some extra time to get that up and running. So as long as I don't do anything with the bag on their field, we're going to work out perfect, because this is going to destroy the bag. And then when we go to lay the seeds, it's going to eat through half of the new bag. And then our field of 50 twice is going to eat through the other half of the new bag. So 2 bags will allow us to completely handle, or I guess a bag and a half will allow us to completely handle this 3rd field and our field. Eventually I would like to get more farmers once people are off of leave and the kids are actually working. I would like to get some more farmers in their huts so that hopefully they can handle all 3 fields themselves. So hopefully the added manpower will allow them to do the other fields fast enough that they'll be able to also handle this one. Even if just partially. Any bit of it that I don't have to do, I'm happy with. I was all about doing this earlier, but now that our farming level's capped, there's no real benefit to us doing it versus them doing it. And the farming level you want to get capped as soon as possible anyway, because that's where your mount speed, mount carrying capacity, and stamina pool come from. On top of the extra harvesting. And those are all important as well. But I know when we have people come off of maternity leave, we built that mine, and it seems like a waste right now because there's nobody in it. But when we have people come off maternity leave, we have at least 4 people out on maternity leave, because remember we tore down 2 buildings that supply 2. And all of those were fleshed up at one point in time. So that means that we have at least 4 people that are out for excavation for maternity. So when they come back, that's 2/3 of the mine right there. It was 4 out of 6. And with the extra iron production, that means more iron knives, which means more money and more crafting XP. I forgot to check and see if anybody... No, we did check and see if people came off maternity leave. Because we were juggling people for the farming. I did check that. I just forgot it. I didn't want to listen to him huff and puff, so I gave him a second. Now we did find out that it actually doesn't give you that weird slowdown bit if you crab walk instead of going forward. Like there's a weird slight hang up when you're moving forward while sowing that you don't get when you're doing sideways, so it makes it a little bit easier to do it this way. That one. Right when the seeds are thrown, he like stops moving for a brief second, even if you're still holding the button. But if you go sideways, that doesn't happen. Got a little too excited there. I wonder if we can get away with doing 2x. Nope, not quite. Well, maybe. Just gotta stay back a little bit further. Yep. Really doesn't like it. Anything I can do to speed this up? So we just now hit the halfway point. I feel like it was actually faster just to go this way. So you don't have to deal with being just on the line and getting the angle just right with your mouse. You've got quite a wide area to play with if you only deal with one field section at a time. Downside is, while this is helping us for farming tech points, it's not helping us with our crafting tech points. And that is something that we desperately, desperately need. At least the rye will be mostly done by the time we're done with this, I hope. I still forgot to check on the animal feed. I even mentioned it while we were in the storage and I forgot. Excuse me. So if we have 300, we will go ahead and carry on. Wow, yeah. See, they're already hoeing. They're in great shape. So is that. Okay. Oh yeah, we still have 400. So we're gonna have to buy some more seed, unfortunately, because we don't have enough to do the extra 50 in the back. Oh, we need a drink and some food. When I'm in the middle of projects, I always forget to eat and drink. I don't know why. The scary part is I do it in real life too. There were times in my mid-20s where I would go a full 24 hours without eating just because I was deep inside a project and forgot. Granted, I was half-starved afterwards, but I would forget while I was in the middle of my project. Forget to sleep, forget to eat. And then there is a price to pay, though. It all comes crashing back down when you're not focused anymore. Like, it's not a thing that you could just shrug off. Even in my 20s, I had problems shrugging off not eating or sleeping. Not as much as I probably would now, but... So I've noticed the older I get, the less tolerance I have for shifting my sleep schedule. I used to be able to get by on 4 hours of sleep for a week or two before it really started to affect me. Now I can do it once. I get one night where I can sleep on 4 hours of sleep and be okay the next day. If I do it a second time, I am shot. And that didn't used to be the case. I'd go weeks at a time like that, depending on what I was working on. This college, I overloaded all of my college classes, so I got 2 degrees in 4 years. 2 unrelated degrees in 4 years. This 2 degrees in 4 years isn't really impressive if you think like management and marketing only have 6 different classes. So in 4 years in a semester, you can get two full degrees that way. But mine was in programming and business, which are completely unrelated fields. So I had a lot of classes that were not cross-compatible that I had to handle. And I overloaded the crap out of my classes in college, and I functioned on 4 hours of sleep for most of the semesters. Just to get all the workload done. So there's nothing worse than loading up a bunch of level 400 classes in a single semester and finding out that you have 2 or 3 10-page papers due the same week. That is rough. Doable, but rough. I wouldn't trade that time in my life for anything, though. I absolutely adore learning new things. That is recreational to me. If I could find a way to bankroll it, I would be a professional student for the rest of my life. Just taking whatever subjects caught my eye. Do some science, do some psychology. Unfortunately, that is not realistic or feasible, so... I should really combine these into one field now that we've decided we're not doing the poppies anymore. There's no real reason to have them split. It's a little late this season to do anything with it, though. Next season's actually a really good season to do it, because flax will be done, and we're not growing cabbage here, so it'll be fine. I'm impressed that hoe's still trucking. I expected it to bust. Okay, so we are gonna have to go and get more seeds. The question is, do we take the nighttime? Because it's too late to trade anything. Everybody's off work. So do we take the nighttime and use some of the seeds that we have and hope that we get back before they need them? Or do we just wait until we have them in our grubby little hands and handle it that way? I think probably we'll just wait until we have them in our hands, because I think I'm going to actually do the oats myself over the nighttime. Just that we can divide it up easier in the morning. Also, it's less than a second per, so it's not super bad. I mean, it's still going to take a while, but it's not super bad. The oats we're going to mix with the rye to get more animal feed. And since we're well above 300, I'm not going to plant oats this year. We're going to skip a year. Especially because we got rid of a bunch of our animal sheds. So that's going to help too. I forgot how long the threshing takes. Usually when I thresh off stream, I'll start it up, and then I will go downstairs and get my cat and get something to eat, and maybe grab a drink, and by the time I get back up here, it's like a quarter of the way through. I can't let my cat in my room when I'm streaming, because if I talk, she thinks I'm talking to her, and she will meow back. So the constant dialogue that you have to maintain when streaming results in a constant stream of meows out of the cat. And she's loud enough that you guys would totally be able to hear her. Because I struggle when I have when I'm in Discord with my friends. If I'm talking to them, she thinks I'm talking to her because there's nobody else in the room, so she'll yowl. She likes to talk back. Well, no, she didn't used to do it near as bad, but I had two cats, and one of them passed away not too long ago. And she's handling it about as well as I am. He was my little buddy. So she is lost without him at night. Oh my god, this is going to take the entire night. This may have been a little ambitious. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. We're just... yeah. They're gonna do it. I'm over it already. There are other things that we can do that are more effective uses of our time. Especially since they're able to clear out 2,000 of that stuff in a day. But that was only 200 of it, and that was almost 5 minutes, so... you can imagine doing 3,000 of it, which is what I usually do. It is an ordeal. Something that we should do is the rot, just to get holy shnikes, and we'll get rid of some of that leather. Well, there's already 1,700 rye grain, that's good. Oh, come on, you're killing me. 36. Whoops. So let's see. We have 36. 8 and 8 's 16. 16 and 16 is 32. 36 is not evenly divisible by 8. I don't know what I was thinking. 36 and 6 works, though. That's probably where I was thinking. So let's put 4 of these back. So that's going to be 4. So we're going to need 8 flax threads. We're going to have to clear out the linen stuff, too, after our sale run, to try to clean up, either after or before our sale run, to try to clean up the linen, or the flax stuff before the new harvest comes in. Well, we know that rye to grain and oat to grain is a 1-to-1, right? So I don't actually need to do all of the oats to know how much rye to keep back. So we're going to need 375 plus whatever we have in oats. And that will give us what we can turn into flour, and then allow them to cook for us so that we don't have to deal with the cooking either. So I think that's how we'll handle that. That'll save us some heartache. And there's our 4 hats. Just like another 1,200 coins. The times on clothing are killer, though. 14 seconds per hat. But we will get quite a bit of crafting tech off of them, so that's a thing. I think they're like 2.2 or something like that. I could be wrong on that. That might have been the saddle that was 2.2. How are we doing on our tech? So we're building towards resource storage. We still have a ways to go. We don't really care about this because it's just fishing upgrade, and we don't even have a fishing hut anymore. Our windmill, we only have 700 to go. We almost made it with this harvest, so the flax harvest might actually put us there. The continued threshing of the stuff might get us pretty close too. And then on our production... So our goal is to hit... Oh wow, we're already over 8,700. I would like to get at least 1,000 per day, per hour day, real day, of production tech to try to get the tavern on the 9th. Because today's the 7th, which means if we can get the 1,000, that'll put us at 9,700. So that'll allow us to have the tavern and a little bit of time with it before we switch. So here's hoping. I'm gonna do our best to get 1,000 a day, but I don't know if that's even reasonable. I forgot to do the leather. I also forgot that I had straw on me. At least these go fast. I mean, 33 of them at 2 seconds apiece. 3 seconds apiece isn't that bad. You're only looking at like a minute and a half of this one. And there's still a reasonable amount of money each, so that's a thing. I really wish, and I think the next season that we do, not game season, but like season of this game, we will try to work around farming and mining and selling. So we'll have more markets and less of the other stuff. Also, we're going to handle people quite a bit differently. Because I would like more than one market per... Did my game just crash? No. It had like a weird little aneurysm there for a second. I would like more than one market to sell off some of the clothing stuff and the food stuffs, because they're having a hard time keeping up. Like, we have flatbread that we're going to have to sell ourselves, or it's going to wind up going bad here very shortly. Simple shoes. There you are. Yeah. Yeah, like this. We're going to have to get that out of there. Because we're about to get a bunch more flatbread in. Let's just take it all. No, let's leave the 73 for them. That way they still have stuff to sell. Okay. I don't know why there are wooden bowls in here. There should never be wooden bowls in here. Let's take 6 eggs, though, for ourselves. 6 eggs, thank you. I want to take that rot and turn it into fertilizer just to get it out of food storage. This food storage we struggle with more than material storage, especially because our last couple of crafting benders have really helped clean up material storage. But they're about to get inundated with some stuff, so the food storage is. Got our food back up to snuff. I think we're going to have to fill up some water buckets too here soonish. I don't know if this lowers weight or if it's an even trade. At least it's fast. Less than a second ago. Yeah, it doesn't look like our weight's really shifting much, does it? I was hoping. Well, we can always throw back a weight potion on the way back, because we're going to grab the fertilizer that's in the barn, too. From when they didn't have anywhere to put it. That was a lot of rot. I don't know what finally went off, but something did. It might have been excess cabbage, to be completely honest. So it looks like cabbage keeps for about 5 seasons. You get about a year and a season before it finally goes. But I mean, that's a field worth of fertilizer right there. And we're still looking at another 50 of it, so... And that's a field and then our little strip in the back. We might end up having to borrow some seeds. I guess as long as we... Well, yeah, we won't be able to do a full sale run if we do it that way, though. You know what? It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to hurt anything to have our field not get seeded right away. I'm just trying to figure out something to do to finish off the night without sleeping to waste the time, because I really don't want to waste time. We have precious little of it left. So let's... Actually, how did that do us on our farming tech? It doesn't look like it moved it at all. Was that production then? I think that was production. That moved us up a little bit. Not super far, but a little bit. Okay, so let's go down to our potion of weight. There we go. It's going to make life a little bit easier for a minute anyway. Okay, so there's the fertilizer. We've got the flatbread for sale. Put that back, that away, that away. 2 extra wooden bowls for no apparent reason. A partial wooden vial. So let's take these buckets and fill them. Because they are all water buckets on account of we don't have any milk buckets anymore. So take a drink, fill the buckets. And this should give us extraction XP as well. Which always helps. I really need to find an extractor to put back on the well if we're going to cook the, or have the NPCs cook the flatbread though, or that's going to be a very big problem. Because we need somebody to cycle the buckets. They're going to go through a lot of them. That's why we have so damn many buckets now. Was me making that stuff. I feel like I took something out that I didn't mean to. If I did, we'll find it later, I guess. They're good on food. Okay. How are we doing on manure? Are we oh, we're still overproducing by a lot. So let's throw this as far that way as we can. So we've got manure there and manure there. So there's 1698. And there's 2800. For 4,500 poop in the corner. Fantastic. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We can make some more iron knives. We're going to have to sell some more iron knives. Pickaxes are getting out of hand. So are scythes. Shovels we need to shut off. There's no reason to have them making shovels anymore. Because we're not doing clay anymore. Logs are actually down to a reasonable amount. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so oat, we've got 215 oat here. So let's pull up calculator. We got 215 plus, and then we'll see what we've got in the other spot. But let's dump some of this off with horse. At least the stuff that we plan on selling. So the flatbread can go on horse. The knives can go on horse. The pickaxes. The scythes. The shovels. Alright, so let's turn off shovels in production. Okay, so you're just doing stone knives. It's not a problem. What are you doing? So pickaxes we can back off a little bit. Well, let's leave it at 1. Iron hammers we can back off quite a bit. Iron axe we can back off because we cut that usage in half. Iron hose need to go down. Iron shovels can be shut off. Iron scythes need to go down. Is our hoe at 1%? Let's do the same for the scythe. And then we can increase iron knives a little bit. As long as we still have... Do we still have a positive iron bar amount? Yeah, it's not very high though. Ooh. We need to take some of those iron hammers with us as well. So those are getting out of hand. Okay, so for the oats, we had 215 that are already threshed. Then we've got 297 in here for a total of 512. So we need to leave 375 behind. So 512 plus 375 is 887 needs to be left behind. So we can at least do that. And then we can take the rest of this and turn it into flour so that they can start producing flatbread when the sun comes up. And there will be more for us to turn into flour later, but I just want them to get started. And it is a 1-to-1 for grain to flour, but it does 5 at a time, so that's why it's going to chonk it so fast. The downside is when they cook it, I don't think it uses... I think it uses 8 at a time, so it doesn't mesh up right. But it also uses 3 water, so it just tears through water buckets. Or at least it does when I'm doing it. It probably won't be as bad with them, because I don't think that they're able to make one every 7 seconds or 8 seconds, whatever it is. But it's still going to be ugly if we don't get somebody on the well soon. So we really don't want them eating potage for water. We're going to run out if that starts to happen. At least it's quick. I mean, 160 looks like a lot, but it's less than a second a piece, so it's not super bad. It's still a little over a minute, but not super bad. I like how my hand is not even on the spindle, though. That happens sometimes in the tailor as well, where you'll be trying to spin something and you're not actually holding onto the spun part, but your character acts like he is. I believe flour... Yep, flour does go in resource storage. Perfect. So I need to make sure that the kitchens are on what I think they are on. So that one is all potage. That one is also all potage? That doesn't seem right. That one is potage and flatbread. Something is not right. So let's do 1272 divided by 30. It's 42.4, so we'll say 43 crafts that we need. So 43 minus 28.59 is 14.41. How much can these guys get? Well, she's going to leave here shortly because she's bright green. So let's take this all the way out and just put it all on flatbread so that just as long as it's manned, we know we're getting flatbread. Or woman, I suppose. That's the inclusive way, I suppose. Flatbread starts with an F. Where is it? Oh, there's flatbread with onions, so it's going to be down here somewhere. Did I just miss it multiple times? Am I blind? Is that what's happening? Wheat, multi-bread, porridge, gruel, porridge, vegetable, mushroom, soup, stew, flat. Yep, I'm just blind, that's all. Oh, because it sorts it based on what you have unlocked at the top. That's why. Derp. Okay. So yeah, it's 8 flour and 3 buckets of water for a single flatbread craft. So this needs to be 14.41. So we're actually going to leave it at 14.9 because we did round up. Or 14.19. Because we did round up and we've got quite a bit of excess in there right now. So, in the interest of running lean, we'll leave it just a little bit low and get that count down a little bit. So that's going to make 16. That's 8, and then this is 8. That's going to make 16 flatbread a day, which means I'm still going to have to craft a crap ton myself at the end of stream. But at least they're going to get started on it for us. That's going to help. So that's... Do we grab anything else for sale? No? We're gonna need some other stuff for sale, and we're gonna go on a sale run once the sun's all the way up. Let's see, we could do the copper ore, and probably the tin ore as well. We're not going to make any bronze out of it because they've been asking for copper stuff. For copper hammers and such. So I'm not going to worry over much about the bronze. So remember, this isn't for money. This is for scamming extra XP out of quests. That's it. And the tin will just leave as 10 bars. It's half the weight of the tin ore. And that way we've got it on hand if we do wind up needing bronze, or if we do need it for anything else, like if we have to craft a backpack or something. I would prefer to buy a backpack as opposed to craft one, though, because it is very resource expensive and not worth it as far as that goes. Okay, so that's got those handled. I don't want to make some iron knives because I don't know how we're running with... Oh, right. The iron hammers were out of hand. So let's do that. That'll give us a little bit. Iron knives are probably fine. Iron pickaxes need to stay there. 1 shovel for us when ours breaks is fine. We're not crafting them anymore, so it's not a problem. The linen. We could do linen until the end, because we're going to have a bunch of it come out here very shortly. So let's take 100 of this. Can we get away with carrying 100? Will it let us? Yes. Okay. So 66 of this is going to turn into... I keep forgetting to have him do that. We still don't have planks. We're going to have to make some planks ourselves. How long is 66 of this going to take? Not that bad. We're looking at, what, 3 minutes? But that'll let us make a bunch of caps to go for the sail run as well. We're also going to have to do something about the planks so that he can repair this building and the other one. Well, we still need to upgrade this one. So maybe we won't worry too much about this, but we do want him to repair the other resource storage out by the mine. I don't want to have to drag our sorry asses out there to do it ourselves. And this is also more production. We're shooting for that 1,000 tech points a day. And I think we've got enough production going on in the village that we might be able to actually hit it. It's going to be close, but we might. So we had a little over 200 just from starting stream to when we actually started crafting stuff. So we might be able to get there. But we did get 1,000 yesterday, so it's not unrealistic to expect to be able to get 1,000 today. And that'll put us only a couple of hundred away from, like 400 or 500 away from the tavern. So hopefully we'll actually be able to get it up and running and producing. I don't know if it's going to be production or diplomacy or farming, but it's probably going to be one of those three. I'm betting on production, but I'm not positive. So ideally we're going to split it between mead from the honey and probably cherry wine from the cherries. At which point we're going to need more clay. I didn't even think of that. We're going to have actually have clay start coming in again to make the wine decanters at that point. So shovels might have to be back on the menu, but not until we're ready for it. And depending on how many they actually go through, we might be able to just dig the clay ourselves. Because cherries are only one season, so it's not like we would have to have a constant stream coming in. His hand's kind of missing on the beaten stick there a little bit. There's a fancy name for that stick, and I can't remember what it is. Because we still use the name for the heads for looms today. I remember that from programming class, where, oh no, that wasn't programming, that was operations management, where somebody's project to set up the proposal for was for an machine loom. And I learned way more than I ever wanted to know about looms from that presentation, but I did learn that there's a special term for that head. And we basically still do it this way, it's just automated now. I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it. Caps. Caps? Yes, caps. I think we might have a real possibility of selling out the entire or the entire valley this time around with all the junk that we have. And most of it's high dollar junk. Well, I guess it wouldn't be dollars, it would be coins in this particular case, but I think we might actually have a real chance at selling out the valley. And that would make me super happy. Because at that point, the only way that we could possibly earn more money would be if we had more than one market stall for each of the things. Because right now they're actually selling at capacity. Although I do have that one that we need to turn off the feathers because we don't have any right now, and switch them over to vials just to get rid of extra. It's only a couple of %, but we don't have any feathers right now, so it's not going to hurt anything. We could have some feathers if I would go harvest the geese, but... oh, shit. I should have checked to see if the sheep needed harvesting. We'll check that when we get back from our sale run. We should actually hit 500k, or 500,000, this time around. I really, really think so. If not, it's going to be close. Man, I remember when I was excited to have a couple hundred coins. Although at this point we are entirely self-sufficient, we very, very rarely buy things. And only when I do something stupid like don't keep back enough seeds. Oh boy. Nine to go. There was still enough flax left to make another 100 too. That's the sad part. But they've got 2 days to run through it, so we'll let them get as far as they can. Yep. We are now officially able to start selling stuff, so we're not actually losing that much time out of this. Because they just started with the threshing next door. I just need to make sure that I don't forget to buy the 50 flax seeds. That's going to be very important. Thankfully, though, it's not the last day of spring yet, so it's not a huge deal. And last one. There we have it. So let's see what we look like with weight. As far as donkey moving, or horse moving. Oh, this is so much crap. Huh. Alright, looks like we've still got right around 75, maybe 80 kilograms that we should be able to deal with. let's try 60. Let's see what happens at 60. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, we can make that work. Are you guys ready to shear? Not quite. They're very, very close, but not quite. Probably tomorrow. Like, tomorrow game day. I forgot to drink or eat anything before we left. Well, at least we can buy our seeds in peace because we have so much extra. Oda should have a job here soon.
How are you? Whatever you need. I've got
Okay.
it.
You don't sell them, it's the dude that sells them, so we're just gonna sell things to you. Oops. Okay, 102 left. 7 left. 80
See
cents.
you soon.
Heck. What do you actually need for your quest, Matilda? No.
How are you?
Gotcha. So there's region, maybe even the whole country. It depends. What do you want? I'm going to give you my latest work that I just crafted. If you're going to the other village, show it to that fraud there. Tell her it's the best you've ever seen. Alright, we're going to all the villages anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
Hail, whatever you need. I've got it.
We just have to remember not to sell the noble boots. They're not actually ours.
Goodbye.
What the hell, village? You bitch! She sent us to Hornica. I hate going to Hornica.
How is life? Only the best products here.
And I fell for it too.
Treating you. Goodbye.
Oh, no, he was the one to buy the flax seeds from.
How are you? Best goods in the valley.
Flax seeds. We need 50. Alright, that was 600 coins, so we can get some of that back right away.
Have a good day.
Alright, so we're going to go the opposite route of what we normally do. We're going to go counterclockwise this time. We're going to hit up this village on the other side of the mountain and then head south and hit up the fishing village and then Hornica to get that quest cleared, and then we will swing all the way up north to Gustovia and go around that way. But I think that's going to be the best way to handle it. That was a wolf. As much as I would like to stop at that stream for a drink, the wolves stopped just shy of the stream. So I'm worried that if we were in the stream, he would just chase us. Alright, lady, you're up first.
How have you prayed? It is in my nature.
Caps, flatbreads, and cabbage seeds.
Be farewell.
Hit up you next.
My wares never disappoint.
Toy swords. Although at this point I think we have enough toy swords to last until he's 18. Wait, what did I sell the first time? Did I sell something I didn't mean to? No, hats. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Nobody panic. Everything's okay.
Goodbye.
Alright, then we get the archer, or the hunter rather.
Hello, the best goods in the valley.
So let's offload the rest of our flatbread and as many caps as we can, and cabbage seeds for the last.
Goodbye.
This guy's got a quest. Do you want a hammer?
Greetings.
Elderly man unable to craft tools on his own. An axe. Okay.
How do you do? I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Yeah. Y'all say that. You've been a vendor since before I could walk. Wow, a lot of these iron tools just are not going to get sold this run. Nope, that's all he's got.
It was nice seeing you.
Okay, what type of axe do you actually need? Stone. We can take care of that right quick. Shit. Carrying way more than is safe to move with. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna need a log and a couple of rocks. 4 rocks, I think? I don't know, it's been a while since we made a stone axe. Sounds right, though. That took sticks, not a log. Which I would have known if I'd given it a second's thought, on account of how could you get logs if you didn't have an axe. But logic apparently is not my strong suit tonight. Which means we cut down that tree for nothing. Okay, now that should have given us some extraction XP or possibly crafting XP. Either one I will be happy with. Let's check though, because I've been wrong before. Nope, production technology. Excellent. So that was 300 points towards our 1,000. That was a third of our 1,000 goal for today. Just on one quick shot. There's another quest over here. Do you want a hammer? That'll give us building XP.
It's nice to meet you.
You're hungry, so no. What's the reward for the noble shoes? No chapters, no store. Oh, right, it's not done yet. Just Dynasty rep. Well, it's an extra store to hit us as well, I suppose, so that's an option. Of course, we could always just be assholes and keep the shoes and sell them ourselves and fail the quest. Because we really, honestly, do not need any more Dynasty points. There's no way in hell we will be recruiting any more people. We can't even handle the ones we've got now. Of course, if they'd stopped breeding like rabbits, we'd be in better shape, but, you know. Alright, so we'll hit up this fishing village and then Hornica. You know what, we might actually, because of how late in the day it is, once we get to Hornica, we might actually pay for a ride to Gustovia. Because oh no, we can't, because we're overburdened, so it's going to cost extra. Well, I mean, we could, but it'd be silly to. And we can't just load it up on the horse, because if the horse is overburdened, it won't come when we call. Which means we'll have to come all the way back down here to get it. We might end up having to run it. Let's see. We'll see what our weight's at when we're done in that area. Oh, cool. Fisher dude's up here right now. So if we can get him before he goes down, we won't have to deal with it.
Trade is in my nature.
Okay, so that's only 4 of those. Yeah, weight's going to be a problem. He's got 85 left. Do we have anything that we can sell for? Well, I can get rid of those. That's some weight. Meat bottles can go away. We can't sell the note. Well, we can, but we shouldn't sell the noble shoes yet. 16 remaining. That was 15 of it. He's got 1 left. I don't think we have anything for 1.
It was nice seeing you.
So where did the... Oh, we've got an exotics dealer up here. That's cool.
How'd you do? I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Okay, so we can get some more iron knives off on her. And 215, so we can get rid of the pear wine. The stones will get rid of some weight, and they're not really worth much. And then we can offload some of those for some extra
Take
weight.
care.
And then
Hello.
this gal.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
So let's buy a couple of things again for our son to deal with for his lady love when he is of age. But also that will clear her out a little bit, which will give us more room to offload some things. Which we won't get as much money for that way, but it'll at least get us a little bit closer to the values we're looking for as far as weight goes. So let's see, flaxseed we're keeping. Okay,
Have a good day.
so that's all she's got. So now we go ahead and head to Hornica. I think we're going to take the road for most of the way there, just so we don't have to deal with it. Really need a drink, but I don't want to drink out of our bucket if we can help it, because that does lower durability, and you can't fill a partial bucket for some reason. It has to be all the way empty to fill it. Why is that road twisting that way? Oh, because there's a big old drop-off up there. We should have just followed the road like I said. I think we run by a pond along the road, though, so we should be able to get some water there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I do want a quick save, though, because I know there's bears around here. And apparently random villagers. Yeah, this is the right road. Oh, right, this is where the crap ton of deer are, too. All better. Now, what if we deviate a little bit here and try for a shortcut? It's probably going to blow up in my face like it usually does in this region, but we're going to try. Well, maybe not. No, I think it might have actually worked out in our favor for once. That is always exciting. No, it's not you. Must be you. No, not you. It's Nirad?
How's life? My ways never disappoint.
Okay. So we have a bunch of very expensive items, which is kind of problematic. Yeah. 135. So a lot of the iron stuff's like 400. That's part of the problem. Okay, so how much do we have left? 0.7. We're not going to get anything else out of him. There are quite a few vendors in this zone, though, so that's good. Let's hit up the horse person. We'll just try to make a big circle out of their town.
I can invent
hammers. And then shoes. And then vials. And then seeds if we can, but we can't. So, let's see. So we're on to the inn. Or the tavern. I don't know if this is going to fit in that area I have plotted out for it. This building is freaking huge. It's going to be interesting. That's for sure. Okay, she's still got 1,400. Not the noble shoes. I really want to sell those noble shoes. I don't know why. Other than because money.
Hail for best goods in the valley.
Okay. So now we're down to the iron pickaxes. And we can do scythe. And then not the noble shoes. Skip those. And go to the simple shoes. What? Oh, he can't buy any simple shoes. He's got 1.6 left. Is that enough for me to sell some cabbage seeds? No, it is not.
Friend, have a good day.
It was the thought. Is this you at the table here?
Greetings.
Nope. Wait,
Greetings.
you can romance Kestrel? Dude, she's 58. Are we at least 38? How old are we? This is year 11 and we started at 18, so we should be 29. So no, you cannot romance Kestrel. She is too old. She's from the Unagos quest. Oh, hey. What does she want? Some kind of trick. I'm not sure what's between you two, but I think it's high time to bury the hatchet. She wanted me to show you this thing she crafted. What? Well, maybe you're right. And this rivalry of ours has been going on long enough. You know what? Take this thing I made, give it to her, and say it's my peace offering. Alrighty. Now buy my shit. I wonder if I can make her buy her own stuff. That would be hilarious. Iron shovel. So we still have the noble shoes. And now we have a hood and some other random crap. So we have to be careful what we sell. 0.4.
Farewell.
But we are now into yellow territory as far as weight goes. So we might be able... How far is it to Gustavia? That's kind of a clip. Let's try it. If I give him enough stuff that I'm not overburdened anymore, will he be overburdened? That is our thing to find. I'm not overburdened and neither is he. So how much is a ride to Gustavia? 300. We will make far more than 300 when we get there. So we are going to spend the 300 to make it more, faster. Particularly since it will allow us to get to the other villages as well before our time is up for the day. Okay, so farmer first. Where you going, farmer? No. Talk to me. Buy my stuff. I totally forgot to get everything off the horse. I am disappointed with myself.
Take care.
Well, trade is in my nature.
Okay, so we've got the fur hood we need to keep, because that's for the quest. The iron bolts, that's way more than we need. Let's sell those off. The iron knives we already got rid of. The iron pickaxes are gone. The iron shovels we can sell. The noble shoes, I don't know if she's going to want those back or not. Now the poisoned iron bolts we need to keep a hold of. The simple shoes we can offload 1. And then the wooden vials we can offload 3. Okay.
Take care.
Okay, so that's the farmer. There's the tavern gal.
Hello there. Whatever you need, I've got it.
So let's see about shoes and vials. Oh, she can't take any vials. We zeroed her out.
Soon.
Okay. And we're going to go to the cows or the cook. The cook first, looks like.
How is like best goods in the valley?
I think I was a little overambitious. I don't think we actually have enough to clean out the whole valley. Whoops. I meant to do shoes first. That was an oopsie. But we do still have some cabbage seeds to help balance that.
Excuse me. Goodbye.
And then the cows. Yeah, I think I was just a touch overambitious. But we can always get more stuff at home. And sell that.
However, my wares never disappoint.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. At 17 apiece on the shoes, how many shoes do we have left? 24. Yeah, no, we're not going to get the whole valley. We're barely going to get one more vendor. Well, 2 more vendors, really. Which is convenient because there are exactly 2 across in Borowo, across the river. Did we actually hit 500? Nope. Nope, that 10,000 for taxes screwed us out of our 500,000, I think.
Hello, best goods.
I was really thinking we were going to hit it today. Oh, those are the noble shoes.
Hello. Have a good day.
Welcome. Trade is in my nature.
Trade is in his nature. Okay, that's the last of the simple shoes. He still has quite a bit of money left. We left him with 500. What else do we have that's actually ours to sell? Let's get rid of these extra iron arrows because we still have quite a few poisoned. The knife we need to keep. The linen thread we should keep. We can make money off that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's where we're at. So he's got 450 left.
It was nice seeing you.
And we are only at 486,000. Probably going to be 490,000 by the time we collect what's at home in the storage from the day worth of sales. We might be able to scrounge up a bit more. I know we still have vials that we could sell. And there are 3 more villages to hit. Which might be... Well, that's probably... It's probably going to be between 6 and 12,000 to hit the 3 additional villages. Which might be enough to get us to 500,000, but I honestly doubt it. So I think we're probably not even going to attempt it. We're going to talk to this gal and end their feud. And see what we've got for cash at home. We would have hit 500,000 if it wasn't for taxes, though. I forgot to account for taxes in my math. But for us to have 500,000 coins, that, I feel like we're getting by, skating by on taxes at that point. Where is she? Is she still? Where is she? Oh, this is the hut. Okay. I'm so used to coming into town from the other side. Come back with good news. What happened? Did she finally admit she is an inferior craftsperson? Not exactly, no. She wants to stop the fighting between you two and offers this as a peace offer. I won't rest until she admits I'm a better craftswoman. Please stop it. You are both amazing seamstresses, but okay. And should work together to make beautiful creations, not fight each other. Well, it is rather well made. Clearly not as good as if I would make one, but still. Alright, alright. I will make amends with her. You know what? Keep the items I gave you, and hers as well. If it weren't for you, we probably would never talk to each other, so thank you. It's been my pleasure. Thank you for giving me more stuff to sell.
Best products here.
And you don't have...
Goodbye.
Gerg. And there's no money to be had anywhere in this vicinity. Alright, horse. Get off the door. Oh, we broke the door. Well, I feel like that's a her problem. Okay. So we do have a couple of extra items to sell, but... let's see how they turned us out for money while we were gone. Woo! Don't run over the children's. $3,000. Well, looks like we were we would have been without taxes. No, yeah, because it was 10,500. So, yeah, without taxes, we would have hit 500,000. As it is, we are about 10 grand short. 10,200. So, yeah. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Do I still have a bag equipped? I do still have a bag equipped. Look at me thinking ahead. Actually, I just probably forgot to unequip it, but we won't tell anybody that. Oh, I keep doing that. Alright, fine. Now I'm doing it the other way. Is that my kid? That is my kid. Oh, we should probably see what that other quest here in the village wants, because if it's a building hammer, we will give it to them just for the XP. Whose kid are you? Oldmere, huh? This should bust the bag, too. Yep. Okay, so last step of management. Let's see if clothes stalls are out of something. They're out of hats. Okay, that'll fix itself. Resource stalls are out of feathers. We knew that, so we're going to take that down and boost the vials up. And it looks like we need to make more vials anyway because they sold through quite a few of them. Well, 1,300 of our cash is coming from the vials, so that's nice. And 1,000 of it's coming from the iron knives. And then 1,300 of it's coming from flatbread. Builder's hut. Still no planks. Okay. In the smithy, what are you out of? Probably iron, yes. And looks like that's it. Oh, the barn. The barn's finally done with the rye, so we will switch them over to what's it? Do I have enough? We've got 50 oat grain in here. We need to put 50 rye in here just in case. But they did get the rye completely finished for us, so that is fantastic. Now, what are we looking at for technology? So our building technology is kind of stagnant. Our farming technology is almost there. We have less than 500 to go until we have the windmill. And for our crafting technology, we are 200 shy of hitting the 1,000 mark for today. Today's the 7th, so we still have all day tomorrow and then Wednesday as well to get our last 700 points. We should be able to swing that and actually have the tavern up. Not as early as I'd hoped, but we should be able to swing that. Now if I help them with the cooking, it'll go a little bit faster. We also need to make some more planks and things. I want to make sure... What's our iron at? Do we still have at least 15? Iron ingots? No, we are down to 2. Okay, so we are officially crafting more than we are producing at this point. So we really need to get people in that other mine. That is now, unfortunately, a necessity. We do have 113 limestone that we can use. We've got quite a few logs that we can use. I'm going to go ahead and take the oat grain. And the rye grain. So with the rye grain, we're going to put... 315 in here. And then the rest of it, I'm going to craft as much as I can for the oats. We're going to want around 1,000 straw. I'll take 1,300. Because I'm going to turn that into animal feed. And then we're going to... I can probably make some more stone knives. And definitely some simple shoes. So I will get some crafting done for the end of our stream here. I'm also going to thresh the rest of that ourselves. And then have them go back to their particular workplaces. So that they're not all huddled up in the barn here with me. So we're going to go on our normal end of stream crafting bender. At least it's not going to take me multiple hours this time. It's just going to take me a little bit. So... I didn't take the actual... Oh my god. Sometimes I hurt my brain. Alright. So yeah, we're going to go on a crafting bender and a stream time. So if you learned anything useful today or had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will catch you next time.